Welcome to Don't Whistle at Night podcast, where Navajo legends echo in the shadows. Darren and Dawn will guide you through the sacred fire of native storytelling, where the old stories breathe, the unknown walks among us, and voices, long hidden, rise to be heard. And remember, don't whistle at night.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Don't Whistle at Night. We're broadcasting live here on the United Public Radio Network, 107.7 FM in New Orleans. I am your host, Don Yazzie. With me, my co-host, Mr. Darren Yazzie. Here he is.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up? What's up? How's it going, Darren?
Oh, man, it's going. We got a nice time off from work, and it's not doing anything that means something a lot more, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Not having a day plan or nothing, so.
Yeah, it's always nice to say, like, when someone says, hey, what'd you do today? Nothing. Know?
Right.
Relax.
Yep.
It's always a win when you're doing nothing. Like, hey, man, it's just peaceful. Definitely. Yep. And
went to to Jerome, Arizona. You guys like spooky stuff and a spooky town? It's a highly underrated town out here in Arizona, next to Sedona. So it's a haunted place, dude. From what they were saying, that they used like the bones, and they were making, like, adding concrete and stuff to it, and like making walkways. Like, I don't know whose idea was that, but no wonder why this place is haunted. Freaking.
Yeah. And this is another week again. We're both almost in our year in this podcast so far, but it is the end of the 2025, and the end of this year we have a very, very special guest, our first celebrity here we're brushing shoulders with, so you know what I mean. We'll see who else we can land here on the podcast, celebrity-wise. Right. No, just kidding. But today we got Mr. Jesus from Breaking Bigfoot, and I don't know if you guys seen Breaking Bad, that show, and it's one of my favorite shows and one of my favorite characters on there. And here he is. You know what I mean? Without further ado, I don't want to introduce him myself. I'll have him introduce himself in his own words. Darren, you ready to introduce our guest?
Oh yeah, let's bring him out.
Oh yeah, let's bring him on. Hey, there he is.
Yo, what's good?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Good. Like it's been, like I said, a crazy week for me. I had my wife's family come in from Australia, and I was a tour guide for a good week, and had lots of fun. Got to spend time with my niece and nephews and my sister-in-law. That'd be my sister-in-law. So that was good times, and my son got to spend time with his family from back where he originated from. You know what I mean? So it's cool. He was a happy little 10-year-old. But yeah, dropped him off today at the airport in Texas, drove home, and now I've been just like chilling and then getting ready for this. But yeah, for all those people out there that don't know who I am, I just look like a big giant cholo. My name is Jesus Jr., and I'm known for Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, it's Gonzo. I got to tell Mark Wahlberg to suck my chicken on 2 guns. I fought John Cena in the reunion, and a whole bunch of other crazy stuff. I'm always the bad guy, but I've stepped back from acting a tad bit to pursue the family life and chase after other ambitions and dreams, like, you know, finding Bigfoot and writing books and making comic books, and tattooing stuff. I've been tattooing for over 30 years, all kinds of stuff. But that's me. That's who I am. Thank you for having me. I'm honored, for real.
No, it's backwards, man. It's first celebrity here. So, I didn't know you do comic books and stuff like that.
Yep. I created the Breaking the Dead. It's called. because it's Breaking Bad mixed with Walking Dead, and it explains how Breaking Bad caused The Walking Dead.
Oh yeah, there's that whole dilemma with the was it the sky ice or
yeah.
I seen that. It's
So,
pretty good.
so everybody for like years, if you guys ever get a chance, jump on YouTube and look up Breaking Bad Walking Dead theory, and you'll see that forever there's been fans saying, "Oh, they're in the same universe. They've been leaving Easter eggs in The Walking Dead and a bunch of little hints." So I thought to myself, you know what? The fans deserve an explanation. You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm going to make it happen. And it's going to be coming out in 2026. Y'all will get to see. It's going to be dope.
Yeah. 2026, this coming year, huh?
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of stuff happening next year. Yeah, it's really excited, man. Really excited. I hope to get some of your work. Have it signed off,
Oh, sure,
legit.
man. We go see you up there. I'll definitely bring a bunch of cool stuff. You know what I mean? And then when you guys come down here, so I could take y'all hunting in my hood here in Mescalero, Pachi, you know?
Oh, heck yeah. Definitely. We definitely gotta check that place out and mingle with our brothers and sisters out there, Mescalero. That's what's up. We got
I got some family out that way too. So
nice.
Yeah.
We got a comment right here. Squatch in Rama, New Mexico. Bigfoot group Jenny in the house.
What up, Jenny? Thank you for all the love. Mad respect. Woo-hoo. And may your book do real good. Me and Rama, Jenny write children's books about Bigfoots. Mine haven't come out yet, but I've written 7 of them. And so it's a whole series I want to release. Ba-bam! You know what I mean?
Oh, nice.
It's the little Bigfoot adventures. Yeah.
That's cool. My son might like that one for sure. I think he'll like that one.
It's a trip, man. There's little Bigfoot in White Sands, little Bigfoot in space, little Bigfoot, going through wormholes, all kinds of crazy. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, that's pretty dope, man. That's what's up for real. Little Bigfoot, little baby sass, and everything, dude. Right on.
Yeah, and then we got Audacious Amber. She said, "Bros, what's up, Audacious Amber?"
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Lee. Hey, brothers, how's it going? What's up, Mr. Lee? Glad you joined us, brother. Right here, Audacious Amber. Oh, no uncles. Hey, we got one right here that's available. That'd be Darren. Najoni Yeja. I made it. Hello, Double D's. Happy holidays. Hey, what's up, Najoni Yeja? Let's see, Mr. Lee. Hey, Don, the owl should be sitting on your shoulders. I know, right? It should be. Gotta feed him, though. Gotta feed him. Right here. Jeez, I don't even know if I'm gonna say this name right.
Chico's Taco.
Miriam, shout out from El Paso. Yeah, Miriam 090. What's up? Tyson Lolito, what's good? Double D's, what's up, Tyson? Carlo Washington, hello, Don, Darren, Jesus.
What's up?
What's up?
Dead Wolf 66, all bad. Tyson Lolito, where's the uncles? Amber's asking. Oh, right here, Squatch in Rama, New Mexico. Jerome is very haunted. I spent a birthday there. We caught an anomaly on I can't even speak right, man. On photo.
Yeah.
We'll sleep right now. Anomaly. I think I said it right. There we go. Javon Koshel 24/7, even Don and Darren. Hello, Jesus. Excited for this episode. We are excited to give you this episode as well, Mr. Koshel. Ongoing jokes. Okay, right here, Squatch Rama. Hello, Jesus. Very excited. We are too. We cannot wait to all meet together in person. I have not met Darren yet as well, so we'll be all meeting first time together. Yeah. Nijoni Yeja, thank you for your time this evening, Jesus.
It's my honor.
Oh, thank you, Nijoni. Right here, said I was trying to live on the res. He said I couldn't get married in. Okay. All right. Hey, thank you guys for chatting in the comment section. That's pretty cool.
Right.
Happy holidays, happy New Year 2026 from Tohatchee, New Mexico, Navajo Nation. Hey, what's up, John? Right back at you, brother. Let's see here, right here, right here. Oh, Heidi Gold. Good evening, Don and Darren. Much
Hey.
love from Boulder. Hey, Heidi. That's right, teaching the kids.
It's pretty funny.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of people on tonight.
Boulder and double D's.
Oh yeah, the double D's,
Double
double
D
time, double
Boulders.
good time.
Ah, giggity, giggity, I tell you.
Yeah, we got Stoke. Hello all evening. What's up, Stoke? BCast 33 made it. When you made it. When you coming back to Farmington, Jesus? Ready to squatch? Ooh.
Hopefully very soon. Hopefully very soon. I have to head up that way anyway and go back and visit home. You know what I mean?
Oh man,
yeah,
we got link up.
Yep.
Oh, for sure. I
It's almost
lived
weird. Yeah.
for over a year at the Upper Fruitland. You know, I was up there for a good while. Like, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
it's
got
been. I've been saying it too. I'll probably keep saying it, but Farmington's a weird town, man. A bunch of cryptic everything, UFOs. You know.
Yeah.
So
Yep. Then we got Melody Alvarez. Hello,
Hey, Mo.
what's up, Melody? Heidi Gold. Hello, Jesus. Right here, Audacious Amber. Going to be a great episode. Awesome guest. It
Right.
is for sure. It's going to be a good one. Almost done. As soon as we get down to the comments, then we'll get going. Crazy Coyote 1313. The older brother confirmed that our trip through Jericawa Reservation, Lake Heron, and LA Valdul. That place is Bigfoot territory. Ooh,
Right.
man. Right here, Dead Wolf 66, one of Jesus's videos on YouTube along that cliff and San Juan River sighting isn't too far from our childhood sightings. Ooh.
right.
Hey, much love, Heidi. Let's see here. Squatch and Raymond, New Mexico. Look for Gallup, New Mexico, Bigfoot FFN. We will meet at the film festival in Gallup. Information coming soon. Yes,
Yep.
a lot of people's waiting for that information. Jenny, we're gonna announce it on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. Yeah, but let's see. Heidi, my ex lived in Farmington for years. I've heard stories. Ooh.
No. Yep.
Oh man, I feel well. At least you're alive. Thank God you're alive, Heidi. No, just
To
kidding.
be able to tell them.
Oh yeah. All right. We'll start this episode off with
Okay.
you, Jesus. You can introduce yourself, and then you can take us into your first paranormal stories. You know, your lifetime, and take your time.
Okay, so here we go. Well, once upon a time, a long, long time ago, there was a little tiny, little cute little brown boy named Junior. And I lived in England because my dad joined the Air Force. And my mom had a book in the living room on the coffee table. And it was Arthur C. Clarke's The Mysterious World. And inside that book, it had all kinds of cool stuff: UFOs, Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, the whole gambit. And that was the first time I ever saw Bigfoot. And one of the stories in there, I have that book still right now. Not that specific, same identical book, but the same copy. I had to go out and get it again after all these years. It talks about a UFO coming down, and then when the sheriff showed up, the UFO was gone because the lady at the cabin called, but there was Bigfoot footprints leading away from where the UFO landed, and then on the return tracks going back, the stride was twice the size, so it was running back and got back on the ship and right. So I was also for the UFO people out there. I was 45 minutes away from the Rendlesham forest incident where the UFO landed on, right there. And that was my first memory of UFOs, was that exact same 1980 in December, seeing the UFO coming towards my window, cigar-shaped one. And went to the Loch Ness Lake, also when I was 4, to hunt Nessie in Scotland for 2 weeks with the folks. And we didn't find Nessie, but I scooped up some water, so there's some Nessie poo, hopefully in there. So I got some DNA. And then throughout my lifetime, I've always been experiencing the weird stuff, seeing ghosts, and I'm a weird, shiz magnet. And I mean that very much. So no matter where I live, it doesn't matter. I will still see all this crazy stuff. People tell me, hey, Jesus, how can you stay so calm when you see these crazy things, UFOs, ghosts, and Bigfoot, and all this stuff? And I'm like, well, honestly, yeah, it's pretty trippy to see that stuff. But the reason why I get so much, footage and evidence is because I want to make sure I'm not going crazy. So as soon as I see something weird, I pull out my phone and I'm like, if I can film it, it's real. If I can't film it, either it's that supernatural or I need to go visit a doctor. I'm getting old, So that's kind of like my life has been filled with that stuff. And the only thing is that I don't witness these things alone. UFOs, the little gray guys, Bigfoots, and spirits, I have all witnessed with other people. And people, come around me and they like don't believe that I see all that crap. And then one day they'll see all that crap and they freak out and they're like, I don't want to hang out with you no more, Jesus, you're not cool, bro.
Right. You have to pump the brakes right there. You've seen grays and you have people see gray. Oh shoot, now we might have to meet up and we'll put a bunch of cameras everywhere.
Yeah, one of the pictures I sent Don is one of the grays, but it's a green one with red eyes looking through my tent, the roof of my tent, and two Bigfoots. This one dude didn't believe that Bigfoots were real, and he kept on giving me crap about it. And I told him, hey, one day when you have your cojones grow, you can come out with me to the forest and I'll show you some crazy stuff. And if you can't explain it how a human could have done it, then maybe give Bigfoot the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? So months and months and months and months and months passed. He called me up one like at lunchtime and said, let's go, man, I'm ready. So I took him up there to the site I usually research in, and I went and showed him around, and I still didn't want to admit nothing, even though I showed him these big old structures and all kinds of cool stuff. And it wasn't until I started doing knocks, and they know that I'm there. I talk, I've been in that spot for over 15 years, so they know it's just me. I'm not trying to fool them or nothing. They knew it's just me. So they knocked back, and he was like, what? Do it again. You know what I mean? And so I did it again. They knocked back again. And then he was like, can we camp here? I have a new tent in my truck. And I was like, you really want to camp here overnight? You just heard that, right? I was like, they can grab your little head and go, boop. They want to. And he was like, yeah. So we did, and that night they showed up because I yelled for them. I yelled for them. I said, come on down, say what's up. He doesn't think you're real. And they showed up and they peeled the top of the tent back, looked down, and were messing with them. They stuck their arm under the tent, knocked them over. Yeah, he was freaking out. And not till I got home and analyzed and brightened and sharpened the images I got, did I realize there was a third individual there, which turned out to be either an NBA tall alien or a floating green skin, almond red-eyed gray. I don't know if you'd call it a gray, but you can see its teeth and its nose and everything.
This one right here?
Yeah, that's what was looking in the tent. Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely see the teeth and the nose, the cheekbones, the eye sockets, and everything.
Oh yeah.
So that was 4 feet away from you guys, huh?
Yeah, that was right above our heads, and the thing is, I could stand up in that tent, and I'm 6'3", and I didn't hit my head. So how tall do you got to be to lean over a tent and look down? Because that right. Picture, I was facing up the camera. You know what I mean? So it's above that air vent that they put with the net. Above your head. Yeah.
How wide was the tent? The length of the tent?
I would say it would have to be like at least 8 feet wide. It was. I'd say it was a good like a 6-man tent. It was like a 6-man tent. You know what I mean? It was a good sized tent.
Yeah, that's
I'm a big boy, and I had lots of room in there.
Wow. Yeah, that's massive creature. Tall.
Definitely. I am bringing up some more, loading some more pictures up, and they might be random, so forgive me if they are.
I can explain them. No worries.
Okay, we'll shoot with this one then, right here. Look at that conical head.
this takes us back to Farmington on the Upper Fruitland Reservation, and where took some cousins to Walmart, him and his wife, to go shop. And I'd been there already a year and hadn't got nothing on film yet. But they were around all the time. The Harry Boys, they're very common right there on Upper Fruitland to see them, running around and being sighted. But that fateful day, we're driving back home, and Junior's wife goes, "Hey, there's," because we were talking about Bigfoot. She goes, "Hey, there's one right there." And I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" And she goes, "No, for us, look, there's one of the Harry Boys." And I was like, "Oh crap!" And pulled over and jumped out, started filming it, and got it on film. It's not like it's like this big in the camera, but I was a quarter mile away from that, from the highway to that where it was walking, but it continued walking and kind of hid behind a hill, that was by the irrigation way. And it like stood behind the hill and just peeking its head over. And this is the zoomed in super enhanced version, that I have of that head sticking up. And if you look carefully on the right eye socket, I think you can actually see like an eyelid.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the thing is, I went out to that spot and had them take pictures from the highway of me to see, because everybody's telling me, "Oh, that's just some dude dressed in black, bro." And I was like, "Man, I ain't seen no 7 foot, 8 foot tall, any, people from here." I go, I'm considered big here, but yeah, so I went over there, and sure enough, I'd say my head came up to about where its mouth is. And like I said, I'm 6'3", and you could see that I'm bald. You could see that my skin color. You could see my shirt. I was wearing shorts. It wasn't beautifully clear, but you can tell what was what. And that was no just regular dude from the res, walking around.
Yeah, that's a really good picture right there.
Definitely, you can definitely see the cone shaped head.
Yeah,
right
the
there,
conical. Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah, nose, mouth.
Almost looks like a native. Almost looks like my face right there. Just put my face right there.
Your hair.
Oh yeah. Just need a little cone. Then that's me. Dang, that's a really good picture though. Thank you for sharing. Before we get ahead of ourselves here, let's bring the the viewers into this topic right here, this conversation right here, real quick. Wow,
then we wouldn't have podcasts. You know what I mean?
I know, right? I tell them like, "Hey, man, you guys make our show. Come and say hi. For real." Let's see here. Oh, snap! Which one? Okay, we already read that one. Let's see here. Little Wolf C13. Hi, I am here. Oh yeah, hey, what's up, Little Wolf?
Little Wolf.
I am here too.
Oh yeah. Tyson Lolito, any recent Bigfoot sightings anywhere? People? I think he's asking. Right here, there's a lot of sightings in my area. Thought I'd ask people in the comments. Oh yeah, Gallup, New Mexico is a very hot spot as well. Crazy Coyote. In 1936, a little girl saw Nessie come on shore. According to her sighting, Nessie was eating the algae from the rocks on the shore. Nessie is a bottom filter feeder like Balin whale. Oh, yeah. Jeez. Right there.
Yeah. Nessie is real. It's a plesiosaurus of some sort. And we do have pictures. And just same thing with Bigfoot. It's not a problem with not having the evidence. It's a problem with lack of acceptance of evidence without it being super duper qualified, got the brand seal from the stamp from the professional guy that got to school for 12 years and paid $100,000. And if you don't have that guy's seal, it doesn't exist and it's not real. But yeah, there's evidence. There's pictures of Nessie. I say Nessie is real. And that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Then we got Pablos. Hello, beautiful people. What's up? Hello. Lucky to catch you live. Greetings from San Francisco Bay Area.
Yeah,
what's up? Oh, yeah. Miriam 090. Jesus is a magnet to the paranormal. Oh, I hope so. We'll find out in September, right? Bring the ghosts to the yard. Shake it. They'll come to
Beware
the
of
yard.
what you ask for, you know.
Oh man, I want to see Darren levitate. Darren, I was just
Oh,
kidding.
shoot.
Light as a feather, light as a feather. No, I was just kidding.
Ah, yeah.
Right here. Oh, okay, right there. Let's see here. Oh, right here. She's reacting to the picture. Wow, I know, right?
Right.
That was my reaction. Looks like a mantis. For real, it does. Stoked. We got sightings of that in Page, Arizona. A mantis looking creature. Sasquatch, Rama, New Mexico. She says, "Wow." J Lo 520 Jet. Beautiful. Cool name. Let's see here. Najoni Yeja, another awesome interview. Oh, thank you, sis.
Yeah.
Little Wolf. Wow, that's a crazy photo. Yep. Hello, gentlemen. Hope everyone is doing well. Thank you, MZG70. At Sasquatching Rama, New Mexico. The Upper Fruitland is another reason Dr. Meldrum came to New Mexico. There was a lot of activity. Rama and Pine Hill, too.
Yeah,
For real.
for sure.
We got to go over there. Yep.
Yeah, Pine Hill, Rama. That's where I'm from too, and there's a lot of stuff goes around up there. So
Heck yeah. J-Lo 520, beautiful. Hi from Tucson, Arizona. Hey, what's up,
Hey, what's
Tucson?
Tucson. That's where I went to art college.
Oh, nice. How many naked people do you draw? No, just kidding.
Actually, quite a few. I was the only one that when we were doing the classes where you draw the naked models, right? And the models that they had come in were always like they're like hippie chicks, so they all had like afros, you know, sticking out everywhere. And I would draw them without the hair. I would trim it when I draw them. And the models would always crack up. They're like, "You're the only dude we've ever seen do that. We're okay with that. It's funny, you know."
Oh, damn.
some braids on there and everything.
Buckwheat in the headlock. You know what I mean?
That's a good one. Hey, that's a Don King in the headlock. Oh, man. So when you were drawing them, did you have your same face as the banner picture? Like giving them that mug, like, oh, man, it stinks in here. Let me try to finish this picture.
That was like good. A lot of erasing.
Oh, jeez. All right, last comment, or two more comments. Someone just commented. Jesus is a very nice person. I met him, and he was very cool. I bought some of his merch. Oh, hey, that's what's up.
Thank you. I'll send you the payment to say that I talked to you about earlier, okay? Thank you.
Oh, yeah. BCast 33. After all the Bigfoot conventions, people asking for Bigfoot preventions. It's been getting quiet in Fruitland area. I think that's why Brenda Harris has been quiet.
Ooh, no, the reason why Brenda Harris has been quiet is because she doesn't have a very loud voice, so she's very, very quiet. You know, she talks like this. My name's Brenda. No, I'm just kidding. No, we just got to do some more things up there, and yeah, I don't know. It's Bigfoot conferences aren't as easy to throw as people may think. Festivals, all that stuff. It takes a lot, and it's not cheap. Especially when you're trying to bring out a bunch of different speakers, and yeah, because that's where I threw my first conference was in Upper Fruitland with Brenda, and it was messed up because it turned out Breaking Bad ended when I already had scheduled my event, you know, the conference, and they chose to have the finale of Breaking Bad watch party in Hollywood on that day, so I didn't even get to go to my own first conference that I threw, and she got to host it instead. You know?
Oh, okay, that's cool. You got to meet her. She's one of the persons I would like to meet again. I have to ask her questions and ask you questions after.
I know Brenda well and her whole family, and we went out together and learned how to do the track, do some castings, and we found little juvenile tracks and.
Oh, wow.
I know them from a long time. I know it, like I said, that's where I lived for a long time on that red. People, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely. We got Carissa Tran. Hello, hi from Montana. Hey, Carissa, thank you for joining us. Stoked, bro. Jesus, I thought you was familiar. Saw you on Ed Testerman. Those cloud pics are wild. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's a whole nother podcast. Some of the I see a lot of weird stuff in the clouds and spirits and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, there you go. There's a picture. This was in 2023 in Bonito Canyon up in the hills up here in southwestern New Mexico in the Lincoln County National Forest. And on that night, all in one night, I got a picture. What I believe is, what they call a dog man or a wolf man, a juvenile Sasquatch hanging from a tree, and then a full-size Sasquatch and another gray hanging out together, watching us in the dark. Which I took a picture with my Android phone that has the night shot, so we can't see what the heck we're taking a picture of. But if we point it and hold it still, you can take pictures. And then I'd put in editing software and brighten it up even more. And sure enough, they were all surrounding us, just watching. Well, I have the audio for that. It's pretty trippy.
Dang, bro! Like this one gives me chills, bro. You can definitely see the ears and the nose and
the teeth. You can
the
see
teeth.
Yeah.
And I isolate it. I do that because I know what I'm seeing, but the audience may not see what you're seeing. They're like, oh, that's just a blur. But so I'll put a color filter on it and then erase where the thingy is, so it isolates it, and you can really know what you're seeing. You know what I mean?
Come to think about it, do you think that this could be the arms right up there in the top? You see the right behind the lower ear, it kind of breaks down.
Yeah, that's the shoulder. If you go to the left, it's the shoulder. It's peeking out and holding onto it like holding onto a tree, or holding onto your hair and peeking out like that. So it's like leaning out, so you can see the shoulders and the arm reaching out. Yeah,
Oh, that's crazy, bro. That's really good. Well, tell us more about this. Where'd you get these?
Okay, so remember that guy I was telling you about that didn't believe in Bigfoot? So while we were out, trying to show him stuff, and the structures that they build, I saw one, and I was like, hey, hold on a second, and I pretended I was taking a selfie over my shoulder, and so he wouldn't know that I saw it, and I took a picture of it, and it was like peeking over that, the log. And that's the same, evening that when they showed up. So they've been watching us, since I got there. Because I don't care wherever I go, I announce myself to them. They have a language. They know who we are, and so I tell them, hey, it's me, Jesus. What's up, guys? Just came by to say hi. It's y'all want, you can check us out, whatever. Yeah. So I guess
I can subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Yeah, I told them that too. Don't forget.
Tickle
the bell button.
Tickle the icon button. This one, it didn't capture it really well, but up further looked like it had his mouth open. And
So what you're seeing right there is it's facing. It's facing that way. Okay, so right here, right there would be the elbow, and then the middle of the upper arm, and then right there is a big old shoulder, and it's sitting cross-legged, leaning out the side of that tree, and it's making it looks like to me like an old granny face going like that. And with the mouth could be possibly open, showing teeth. But right here, if you look straight up, you'll see a white kind of strange area, like right in the middle. It looks like a 9 almost, right? And you can tell that it's a raised scar because it's giving off shadow below it, that 9. And the really cool thing is, this one, that's my picture I took, of course, in New Mexico. The Patty from the Patterson Gimlin film, actually has the same mark on her arm, on the same arm, in the same place. And for all those out there that are familiar with Patty and
Patterson Gimlin film.
Yeah, Patterson Gimlin. To be able to find something new that somebody hasn't seen on that thing, that video is very rare. And then just think about how rare is it to get a picture of Bigfoot at all, let alone get a picture of a Bigfoot with the same marking on the same arm as one from 50 years ago.
Yep. Yeah, that's very rare right there. See, we got 2 pictures right here that are related. This is the first one. This is the second one.
Yo, shoot.
The first one is the not so zoomed in one. This is the zoomed in one. So this is that same night in Bonito Canyon where you saw the wolf man. And again, I isolated, all around the Bigfoot, and I didn't color the eye or nothing. I just increased saturation. When you increase saturation, you increase all colors. So I did sharpen, I did increase saturation, and brightened it. So that was what was looking at us, and that was about maybe 40 feet from us, from our fire, but we couldn't see it because it was pitch pretty dark out there. If you go to my YouTube channel, Breaking Bigfoot, you can see a video I did on that. I'm gonna be putting up a new one here soon because I went back to go visit to see if I could get any action, but the only action I got was a bunch of, we'll just call them special campers out there that wouldn't shut up. So yeah, there was no nothing to be had evidence wise, unfortunately. But I got to re-examine the area now that I know where they were standing in the pictures to see exactly how big they were and how far away they were from me and all that sort of stuff.
This is a really good picture.
That one would minimum 10-footer. Minimum. Those are full-grown trees.
Boy.
Those are full-grown trees, man.
Ooh-wee. Man, you can really see the face right there. Oh, sorry, Darren. You had a question?
Yeah. No, I'm just looking at it. All of them. They have that cone-shaped head, and it looks like it has a beard too.
That's a big face right there, man.
Yeah.
Looks like a native, man. For real.
So what do you think about the mix-up between the Dogman and the Bigfoot? They always say that these two, they don't get along, along with each other. What do you think about that? You count both of them in the same night, right? Aliens too?
Yeah, well, I think they share the same home. You know what I mean? And it's just like Democrats don't like Republicans, but they all run into each other at Walmart. So it's kind of the same situation. And when there's somebody that they, for whatever reason, find that interesting and they're bored, I think they all kind of pop out, but they may not be hugging or nothing. But yeah, I think they get along enough to where they're not just constantly, every time they see each other. But I'm sure they do have some serious, wrestling matches and whatnot.
Right. Like this one right here, this guy looks like he's flipping us off right in the middle.
He is. Okay, so let me tell you this story. So that's Upper Fruitland. Me and my wife and my brother George, we were out, looking for cool stuff and looking for Sasquatch, right? And way back on way far back on the res, right? And I noticed something, in the far distance, kind of like moving slightly. So I got my camera, which at the time wasn't the S23 or 25 or none of those. This was in 2017. So I could only zoom in so much. I zoomed in, and started snapping pictures. And until I got home to, look at them and zoom in at the picture, did I see that it was moving its arms, doing these different movements. And the last one was throwing me the bird, And it's like, that's a really long finger. You know what I mean? It's like, how can you mistake which finger that is? But yeah, I asked one of the aunties there. I was like, hey, auntie, what does it look like it's doing to you? I didn't want to say nothing. See, maybe I'm tripping, right? And she was like, oh, it looks like he's giving you the bird. And I was like, yeah, he is, right? I was like, auntie, why would he do that? That's not cool, right? And she goes, who are you with? I was like, I was with George. And she was like, oh, they don't like George. I was like, why don't they like George? And she, he likes to take pot shots at them with his 22. I was like, well, that makes sense now. The bird wasn't for me. It was for George.
Oh, yeah, for real. Probably wanted to throw a rock at him, but you're in the way. Like, damn it. You're in the way.
Get out the way, Jesus. Damn you.
Oh, man. Now, that is funny right there. They have they really do have a sense of humor as well. Like, you can't see me, fool. Woo.
Wow.
That's pretty awesome.
How long did these take? Do you take these pictures away from each other? Just click, 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 or?
Yeah, it was like, click, trying to hold still and focus as best I could. Click, you know what I mean? Like, say a few seconds in between it. It wasn't a click, 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 click like that at all. It was definitely, I took about 13 photos altogether, and those ones are the ones that you can actually like make out what you're seeing. The other ones were a little blurrier and stuff. This one was in the same area where the Bigfoot looked in the tent, but a whole different time. and I was climbing up the mountain, and I ran into some baby Bigfoots, and yeah, I was really close to them. It was like maybe 15 feet in front of me, and it was just watching me. And later, to me, all the times I've ever seen them, and people tell me I've seen juveniles, they say they look like little chimpanzees. So I went out and on the interweb, right, the internet, on the Google, and I looked up pictures of chimpanzees that were positioned in the same way, and I did a 50% clear overlay over that picture you're seeing right there.
Mm.
So this picture you see right here is not a solid chimp overlay. I only did it's 50% clear to see if the structure, the facial structure would match, and it matches. On all the juveniles that I have pictures of, they look like chimpanzees when they're little, and then they grow into the faces later. Their ears stay the same size when they're little, and then as they get bigger, they look like the ears get smaller, but it's just their head getting bigger.
Oh yeah, for sure. See, we got this one and this one right here.
Okay, there's the werewolf one, the dog man. You can see the whole body a little bit better now. Like you were saying with the shoulder and the arm behind the tree.
Oh yeah, the other picture. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the without isolating it, what it looks like,
Wow, you could definitely tell it's hanging out of the tree, huh? How high do you think that?
Well, it was standing on the ground, but I would say like, do you want like how tall was it, or what do you mean?
Or how high was it up in the tree?
Well, it wasn't in the tree. It was literally standing behind the tree.
Oh shoot! Okay.
Just leaning out. You know what I mean? It wasn't hanging. Okay. It was just holding on to the tree with one arm leaning out. See, and where that circle is the little chimp, the little Sasquatch hanging from the branch. I also somewhere in there you'll see another picture of it, a little closer and brightened. You'll see that at some point. Yeah, it was a crazy night.
All right.
I bet. Sheesh. That sounds. I wish I was there. One of those nights, like, geez, Darren, we should have been there. No, I was just kidding. Right here, before we continue, let's catch up right here with the viewers. See here. Sasquatch in Rama, New Mexico. It says, Jesus, what would you advise for someone having their first Bigfoot sighting?
Bring flowers. I would just say be respectful. Don't run. Try to take pictures. If you do see one, don't look at it. I know that sounds stupid, but try to look away because they are very territorial, and if you know any animal at all that are out there that are territorial, especially the alpha males, predators, alpha animals, they take it personally when you try to stare at them in their eyes, like you're challenging them. So you never know if they have got babies around or nothing. So I say if you see one, just be calm, take some pictures, and be like, okay, bye, see you later. Okay, don't act all you know what I mean? Because then they might be just bored and want to mess with you, but you won't see it as them messing with you. You'll be terrified and have PTSD for the rest of your life.
Oh yeah. Don't ever show your teeth too. Don't flip your lips over. That will get them mad.
Don't throw the bird at them because they know what it means,
Oh yeah. Don't give it back.
Big old giant finger. It's terrible.
Yeah. They might probe you with that finger, so don't do it. Don't do it. Owl Woman 13. Hello. Hope all are doing well here. Yeah, thank you, Owl Woman. I hope you're doing well as well. Crazy Coyote. Bigfoot preventions. Sulfur pour around your property. Clean your property. Tree weeds 35 feet from your property. Guns by them. Practice with them. Fireworks, trail cameras. They don't like it. They don't like it. Yeah, the trail cams, the IR. Yeah, they don't like it. That's what I heard. Oh, Woman 13. Many of us can't own guns. Oh yeah. She's in Canada. Yeah. Oh man, I feel sorry for you. Just get some Clorox and dip it in cotton ball, And then just you can put Clorox around your place as well. They don't like Clorox. That's what William Jevening says.
Yeah.
BCast 33. Jesus, I don't see. I didn't know you lived on the edge of the Navajo Nation for years. Which family did you live with? You don't have to give away the name. You might.
Right.
Victoria John, she that's my Navajo mama. You know, yeah. Just I was living with well, she passed away, so it was George that was living there. After that, we lived behind the casino. But yeah,
Oh shoot.
me and my wife
Yeah.
lived there for a good while. I lived there, you know, before that too, off and on, back and forth. I was always there when nobody else wanted me around. You know,
That's how it goes sometimes, man.
I tell you.
We got yeah. And then we got last one here, Crazy Coyote. A couple of relatives of mine claimed they were shot. They shot a chimpanzee in Indian Wells, Arizona. They all shot at it and it exploded. They said that the body fell down a canyon. Oh, jeez. What? What if that body's still there? That's some interesting stuff right there. Okay. All right. Before we go on, Darren, you got any questions for Jesus?
Oh yeah, the that casino. Yeah, I had my first encounter right there, about maybe a couple miles from that place. So, yeah, Farmington, dude. Tell you, yeah, the whole area, dude.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for that audio, so I can show you the audio from that night. I'm not sure how.
Then we got.
Yep, it's another time I took a picture. One was just staring at me, standing there, and I did another 50% clear overlay of a chimpanzee face, and yeah, it fits perfectly.
Yeah, it does. Definitely have the eyebrows sticking out and everything too, man. That is crazy.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah, I got a few more pictures in here. Let's see here. I did not save it number wise, but just give me a few moments here. They're just numbers. So I pulling up random ones. Let's see here, Kid 92. Okay. Yeah, so like take us back to your very first time that you seen these creatures, Jesus.
Okay, the very first time, my first time with Bigfoot. I remember it so well. It was quite an experience. It was me and my friend Michael. We were out down here, Tularosa, like it's about 20 minutes below Mescalero Res, and it was about, after midnight. We were in the middle of the desert looking for UFOs. Yeah, it was pitch dark out there. You could see stars, but not much else. And we were about 2 acres from my house, so the backyard light, didn't reach that far. So we were in the dark, and something walked up on the gravel road we were on, and started walking back and forth, pacing about 20 feet in front of us. And it kept on speeding up, getting faster and faster, like it was building up courage to do something stupid, And I was a bouncer and a bodyguard for over 20 years. So I recognize when somebody's trying to build up their courage to do something. You just get that static feeling, like, yeah, they're stewing, they're stewing. Yeah. And I told them, let's pick up some rocks and toss the rocks at it, and maybe it'll run away, whatever it is. I wasn't thinking Bigfoot because I was at that point. I never really contemplated Bigfoot's not being in the forest. You know what I mean? And this was in the year 2003 maybe, so that was a minute ago. And yeah, so we reached down, grabbed some rocks and threw them, and missed every time because we couldn't see what the heck we were throwing rocks at. And we're like, damn it. And now it was like seemed to be a little more mad because now it's really going back and forth, like back and forth on the road. And I just said, I'm gonna throw one last rock. So I reached down and I felt a good sized rock, not these little tiny little baby rocks we were throwing. Nice, good hunker. You know what I mean? So I got this rock and I closed my eyes, even though it's pitch dark, and I used the force and I imagined them, whatever it is, walking back and forth with the sound. And I reached back and I throw that rock harder than I've ever thrown a rock up before in my life. And it went zip, whack, and it hit it and it screamed, wah! And me and my homie, we took off running, right? I was like, run! And we went towards the house. and he wasn't fat like I was, and so he was way ahead of me. And I was there, running, what I'm saying, thinking I'm going like Mach 20, and it's like, I was like 4 miles per hour if I was lucky. And when we got close enough to the house where I could start seeing with the floodlight, we're still running, mind you. I looked to my left, and I could see, which now I know was a Bigfoot on all fours, turn and show its teeth to me. It wasn't trying to, it didn't have to try hard to run or nothing. It could have got me at any point it wanted to. But right when I saw that, when I looked, I was just like, monster, run faster, fat boy. And, and yeah, dude, I was gone. I was like 5 miles per hour now. And I finally got to the back deck. Michael's already up it. And the Bigfoot, it was not a huge, it was like a juvenile, like teenager size. And it tackled the back of our deck on one side. It ran around the other side, tackled that side. And by that point, we finally got into the sliding door and close the curtains. Didn't talk about it. Now here's a picture of the two Bigfoots looking in. On the left is that one that you can see the teeth. To the right, you could see two eyes right below the edge of that tent. You see me, I'm shining the flashlight at them.
You're right here.
Yeah, the one on the left, right here.
Yep, like right there.
Smiling. This one that was right here was making faces like this at that dude Kenny, going.
Oh man!
But doing it quietly. So from my angle where I was sitting, if you guys ever try to look through a screen door, if you look right through it, you can see through it. But if you're on the side of it and look at it, it's solid. So my angle, I was by the zipper by the door. My angle, I couldn't see nothing. I know they were there because they're pushing on the tent and reach under the tent and all that stuff. And then that dude was like, "Oh my god, oh my god." And, I thought it was hilarious because, like, I've seen them before. I know they're there, and I called them down. Shit, you know what I mean? So he was freaking out, and wasn't quite sure why he was freaking out that bad. I thought he would be like, "Oh, cool," And he kept on saying over and over, "I can see its nose. I can see its nose. I can see its nose." And here's the gray. You can see the eyeball. You can't see the whole face because we're cutting it off. But that's the green gray. He has a big red eye and green skin around it.
Oh man, yeah, you can tell. You can see that.
Yeah, you see, actually, right in the light, you could probably that looks like another eye socket.
Yeah,
too.
you can start to see the other eye socket. Yep.
Yeah. Whoa.
Mm-hmm. Looks like it's gray. Yeah. Man, that is awesome.
Well, like I said, because you can see those lines, right? That's the mesh, the net mesh. You can see that there. So it was, to be able to bring out that image was really hard to do it without just making it look stupid. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the other ones from that night, people were like, "That looks like a cartoon." It's like, man, you try to take a picture at freaking 2:00 in the morning of a Bigfoot looking at your tent at a different angle. Well, it's like, my bad. You know what I mean? I'm trying. Sheesh.
Yeah, for real. Why don't you come out here and do it, man? Oh man, definitely. Right here, we got a few more comments here. Let's see here.
Trying to find
audio.
Oh
yeah. This is the Owl Woman. To be fair, we do have less shootings here. Oh yeah, less shootings in Canada, right there. Let's see here. B. Cass George doesn't live far from Darren's Dogman sighting, right, Jesus?
Yep, that's very true.
Skinwalker Canyon, was it called that, Darren?
Yeah, I think that's a alleged name. I think it's on their. I forgot what the canyon's name was, but right there they call it Skinwalker Canyon too. So add more to that spook factor.
Oh man, for real. Dead Wolf 66.
George has seen a lot. George has seen a lot of Bigfoots too.
Oh, man. I gotta meet George. Dead Wolf 66 behind the Entertainment Mart where Hastings used to be in F Town. We had a dogman encountered.
Well, you hit us up. Yeah, that's actually inside of Farmington. That's not on the outside. So
yeah.
As for how that thing's running around in the city like that,
oh man, bad intentions.
Yeah, that's one thing is that a lot of people don't realize, and not until I didn't realize it either till later from all my research. I'm still trying to find that audio. Sorry, is that Bigfoots come into cities? They come into towns. A lot of people don't realize that. Had Bigfoots walking through Las Vegas, they use the irrigation ways under Las Vegas where all the homeless people live, not the sewers, but they have tons of irrigation ways. It looks like sewers, but under the whole city because of the flood season. So for like 10 months out of the year, it's empty. Those things are empty, and about 1,000 homeless people live underneath the city of Las Vegas, and they call them the mole people. And when they get interviewed down there, every once in a while, out of nowhere, without asking them, they'll be like, "You ever see any weird stuff like ghosts?" And they're like, "Yeah, I see some pretty crazy stuff down here." And sometimes you see Bigfoots. They'll just walk by. They're traveling, crossing the city from one end to the other underneath here. They're huge. They smell horrible. We don't bother them. They never bother us. They just walk through, pass by. So
Wow.
in Utah, there used to be a guy named Utah Bigfoot, and he talked about that over in Utah, that Bigfoots were coming in town and messing with the homeless camps, and some of them were being spotted inside buildings in town. So they'd be cruising in, at nighttime, and I guess munching whoever they felt people didn't really would remember or care about.
Yep. Yeah, I heard stories like that too. I heard one of I think it was a man from Europe. He decided to hitchhike across the United States, and he ended up in Phoenix, middle of Phoenix. He ran into a group of kids saying there's a werewolf in the restroom in the park. Sure enough, he went over there and checked it out, and he said it was a werewolf eating the man. That's in city of Phoenix, So
Man.
how do you some of this stuff is just way out there. How do you explain it?
He was probably real hungry.
Yeah.
I was explaining it.
Yeah, we got BCast 33, my relatives live in Mescalero. Also, Dene now who tell me about Bigfoot banging on the trailer at times. Apache, also Dene. Oh yeah, for real. They do that.
Oh yeah, they're out here big time.
Pavlos, unreal. And all that was between you all. That was 16th of an inch of plastic that separates both of you guys. For real. Yeah, jeez.
Well, when it reached under the tent and knocked over the guy, like he was sitting there and it reached under, boom, and he went, like that. And because like if you think about it, if you were to reach under a tent to your shoulder, your face is right there, right? You know what I mean? So in my head, I was like, well, if its arm is right there, its face is right there. So I put the flashlight, right at that spot, and I went, no, bad Bigfoot. And it pulled out its arm. And that dude was like, did you just scold a Bigfoot? He was all freaked out. He just got knocked over. And I was like, well, what do you want me to say? I'm going to yell at it. It's going to kick my
ass. Oh, man. No, one more comment here, then we'll finish that story. I got to hear the rest of that. Mr. Jesus, do you think that all the underground cities being built by the government and private corporations is pushing them out of their homes? Or do you think they just enter our realm interdimensionally? Great question.
Well, I think there's three answers to that one. The first one is they're not pushing them out because they're digging the new cities underground. So the ones that the Bigfoots are living in are ancient tunnels and ancient, areas that have been, forever with the people. Like here in Mescalero, back in the day when the Spaniards were coming here, being Spaniards of that time. The people would go to the underground caverns that we could go all the way to the top of the mountains from bottom to top. But they don't use it no more. And now I think that just the Sasquatch use those underground places like Cowers Back Cavern size, you know what I mean? But the interdimensional thing, the way I feel about that is I think that the Sasquatch have their own, medicine men, and they have more capabilities than the other Sasquatch, just like humans. Only certain ones are doing that. Only certain ones are messing with big UFOs and aliens, and I don't think it's every single one has that special ability. They have all kinds of abilities, but I don't think all of them possess an ability to interdimensionally travel. I think a lot of them are capable of doing the whole predator thing. You know what I mean? To us, what we see as cloaking, I have a theory on how that works. If you guys are familiar with any the hair from Sasquatch that's been examined, It doesn't have a medulla. There's no root, so it's like a fiber optic line, cable that absorbs light. So wherever they're sending next to, they can absorb the color. But on top of that, they got the infrasound. You know how the infrasound, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So imagine, okay, if you're a predator and you're just quote unquote just an animal, and you use infrasound, you use it for like 4 specific things. But if you're a intelligent individual, like a human being that can think and practice and get ideas, and you know what I mean. If I had the ability to use infrasound in many, many different ways, and our eyes can only see so much at a certain vibration, if something is going too fast, we can't see it, right? So the same thought process is, what if they can use their infrasound to vibrate all of those hairs on their body to where we can't see it, and it looks like they're disappearing when they're not really disappearing. It's just like when you get a camera and look through your camera at a helicopter's propeller, and it looks like this.
Yeah.
Going, you know what I mean? Same thing. If our eyes, if they can vibrate at a rate that our eyes cannot perceive, we would perceive them as disappearing.
Oh
Wow,
yeah.
that's the thing, bro. Shoot.
Maybe.
Yeah. We gotta get an electromagnetic pulse field, huh? Just throw it out there. Hey, surprise! Boom. We'll see what happens.
Exactly. Flashy thing.
Look what I can do.
Right.
Oh man. We got Benny O from Oz, 1975. Love that story. Oh yeah, for sure. We
Do you guys
too,
want to
Benny.
see some casts, some Bigfoot casts?
Oh heck yeah, go for it,
Yeah.
brother. Yeah.
Okay, let me grab them.
Heck
Okay,
yeah.
they're right here. Hold on.
Ooh. Right here. My owl likes it. My owl likes it. Right here. Let me pet him. Good owl. Good owl.
All right. So right here, this one is from Washington that was given to me, donated by the North American Bigfoot Center in Boring, Oregon. But I hear it's exciting. So there's this right here. Okay.
Wow.
And I wear size 15 and 16 shoes. Okay. So this is my handy dandy chancla, whatever. But this is to give you an idea of what a size 15 to 16 shoe is compared to this foot that's not wearing a shoe.
That should kill.
You know what I mean? So then there's that one, and then we got
That's huge. Oh, jeez.
right, this one. I'm sure lots of people have seen. These are from the Paul Freeman dermals, given to me by Mike Freeman, his son. But you see,
Oh man.
Pair of knuckles, or
yeah, it's knuckles from the Bigfoot pushing off the ground when it got up. So if you look at the size of, like I said, I'm a 6'3", 300-pound man. My hand.
oh shoot.
Compared for size. Right? That's nuts, right? This is the thumb and the knuckles. So then
Wow.
this one's really cool. This is also from Mike Freeman. This is from Biscuit Ridge in 1994.
Oh man. The Sandman. Oh man.
It was getting up off the ground and pushed into the ground.
Wow. That's a heavy one. Jeez, look at the head. Look at the size of that palm right there.
Yeah, there's my hand from palm to the tip of my finger is 9 inches. So these are very large. Here's another one. This one is from Wonka Foot.
Andre the Giant.
Springs from 1984.
Look at that. No shoes on. Look at the toes.
Shoes on. Yeah.
Yeah.
You throw gang size with them fingers.
Oh yeah.
Bigfoot side. You know what I mean? Big feet.
Yeah.
We got. What's cool is this is actually a pair that were both taken from that day. It was both.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Cool, huh? Right?
It's legit. That is legit right there.
Just two more.
I need to learn how to make some plasters, man.
Yeah, that's I showed Brenda that's what I was saying. I was showing Brenda how to do it. That's when
Wow.
they got theirs. This is
It's a
another.
big.
It's just
Oh,
a walking print. The rest of the foot was not able to be casted because it was hard dirt. So only
yeah,
the part when pushed in it. And
that's a good one.
right. This one,
He does need to start his own museum.
uh, well, I want to trust me on that. I'm going to.
That's what Miriam said right there.
This is streaming footage. It's real famous, you know. This is
Yeah.
when it's not as big because you can see my size 15, 16s next to it, which is still pretty big. Have you ever seen that size shoe?
Yep.
Yeah, that's not little. Yeah,
You
this
can
is
tell the middle. Yeah, you can tell the middle has a thermal ridge break to
yeah,
distribute its weights.
the mid tarsal, the mid tarsal
Yeah,
break.
the metatarsal. Yeah, to distribute its weight. You can tell
Right.
right there.
Isn't
I
that
seen
dope?
that. I seen that all over Navajo Nation. The tracks you have, I seen that, but without plaster. So I'm like, oh man, I should have.
You
Wish I
can
knew how to plaster.
You can kind of see it right there. You see it, the mid tarsal.
Oh yeah, you can
The
tell.
dent, yeah.
Hmm.
So they all have that.
That's why they when they walk is smooth, really
Yup.
smooth.
They
Yep.
glide. They just like
Yeah.
glide.
Yeah.
It's such a perfect gait. It's really
Well,
cool.
You know, that's one thing they don't hardly, if never see, is the hands. You know,
I got to see a finger.
right? And that's what, like, another analysis of how massive these
Yeah.
Bigfoot creatures are. You know, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
that's
got a
wild.
question from Jenny. She said, "Have you ever had an experience with portals, or do you think they can travel through them?"
Well, again, like I said, I think that has to do with their holy men. You know, which ones that possess that ability. I think there's some that can. A whole bunch that can't.
Medicine man. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's their medicine. I have a picture. I think I sent it. I thought I sent it. I might not have sent it. I got a picture of a Bigfoot that's like behind a tree, and he's wearing. It looks like a medicine man piece. You know what I mean?
Oh snap! What
almost
the?
not. It's not regalia, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's that piece. Let me see it because
Hmm.
let me look right here. You might be able to see it through the phone, but let's see
That-
here. What if I send it to you through the email? Would you be able to grab it or no?
Yeah.
Right now? Okay, I'm gonna send it right now. Okay.
All right. Yeah. And then we got Sally Forth alone. This guy is making scary stuff so fun. Love it. For real. For real. Squatch and Rayma, they are monster herbalists.
Monster.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got Benio, probably a class system like humans. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Stoked.
Yeah.
Heard a story from a wildland firefighter of a Bigfoot shape-shifting into a bear. It knelt and placed his hand on the ground and bam, changed shape.
Hmm.
Oh, that sounds like Running Crane. Mr. Running Crane is coming back as well. His story. Benio, I agree, depends on our individual sensing abilities. Yeah. Oh, stars right here. Country Carpenter. Crazy Coyote. Hey, I remember a 70s TV show called Chocolok. In that show, a killer Bigfoot was using the same infrasound to hunt people like the Rakshasa.
Hmm.
Shasa. Wow. Yeah, Benny says, wow. Says Benny, Big Andre the Giant Hands. For sure,
Right.
man. Yep, right here. Miriam 090. Jesus Jesus needs to start his own museum for sure. Yep. Let's see here. BCast. I think Bigfoot are Neanderthals who have evolved undisclosed in modern evolution. I also believe that they have advanced abilities they have learned after thousands of years. Movie Lucy. Oh wow. Okay. We caught it with the comments. Let me pull up my email right here. Jeez, man.
Almost there.
So-
Almost there.
So you have your ghost hunting equipment as well too, Jesus?
Not really like official equipment. I did the what's that one? Where it goes.
Oh yeah, the sound box.
And yeah, but normally it's just my phone. You know what I mean? I don't have a bunch of equipment. I'd love to have a bunch of equipment, but at some point I will have a bunch of equipment for that. But yeah, usually it's me just with my phone taking pictures, using the recorder on it and stuff like that. You know.
Hmm.
But yeah,
So
that'd
what's
be
your
cool. I could get some. Heck yeah, I'd use it all. You know.
So what do you got on the UFOs? You do the UFO watch and everything, Skywatch. I know. Just
Yeah.
the other day out here, one of my friends hit me up, she sent me a bunch of videos of lights they were seeing in the sky. You know, just lifetime. You know, so they're out here too, and
Oh no, for sure
yes,
that they're out
yeah,
here. I've got a bunch of video of UFOs on my channel too, and a bunch of pictures. Some of my sightings have come out in newspapers that I didn't report it. I got called from what's that called? The Bigelow Aerospace to ask me about my visits and if I ever get on a UFO again to let them try to remember what the propulsion compartment looks like and sketch it and send it to them through email. And then, yeah, I've been seeing UFOs forever, man, and I see them on the regular still since I
yeah.
was little. And okay, finally I found it. Cheers. Okay.
Oh man, Zeus. When do you think like the time of the year is most active? Like Bigfoot would come out and you just don't know, huh? Just be random times.
Well, I would say the time of year would be when the temperature's most moderate. You know what I mean? As in good weather. Good weather they do enjoy just like us, you know. And they love some full moons. They love coming out after midnight until the break of dawn. But they come up, you know, throughout the whole day, depending on where they're at. Of course, it's when we see them is the trick. You know what I mean? So I'd say unless you're out looking for them, the only time you'll ever see one is when they're not either carrying or they're trying to grab one of their kids that are running out being goofy, and they're trying to get their kid back. And here we go, and it's sent. All right.
Okay, let me pull up my email. Have you ever noticed the different smells, like like a female and a male? Have you
Yeah,
ever
I would
noticed it?
say I've smelled the different versions of them. Only maybe once did I ever smell the garbagey death smell, But
Hmm.
like with the juveniles, I get more of a pungent, oniony teenager that's been taking football class for a week and hasn't washed his uniform in that whole week smell.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And yeah, the girls, I guess it sounds weird, but I guess they smell sweeter.
Oh yeah, okay. The
Yeah.
reason why I asked that because I've encountered that before. I was
Hmm.
like, that's something rolled in something good and smelled good. I was in a mesa where
Is
it's
that cookies?
active.
Is that cookies or cinnamon?
Start levitating off the air. Hey, that smells good. No, I was just kidding. But yeah, right here let's pull up this one right here, and here we go.
Okay, so to your far left, you can see at the top, they look white, two white eyes, two white nostrils, and then you see his mouth and chin. Underneath that, you can see what looks like a bone necklace going around his neck and going down in front of his chest. I sent a few versions of it so you could see different versions of it so you could see it better. Yeah, if you could see the head, you would see a pointy head too. But these are all different filters, so you can see the necklace on its chest.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh
But
man.
there you can see the eyes and the nose and the necklace
Right here,
going
huh?
over
That's
the shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's the eyes, nose. Then right
Mouth.
here's where we're looking at how I don't know if you guys can see my cursor.
I cannot see your cursor.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. I can't even tell you guys are. I'm pointing at it with this thing. I thought you guys can
There
see
should be
it.
there should be one picture that's a little bit farther away, so it might make the dude smaller. See,
I'm probably wait. See, I got 4 pictures Let's see. I don't think I
Or
got it right here. Yeah.
let me
Okay.
see something.
Let me look in the email real quick.
I'll try to screenshot it so because the way your thing comes up on the screen, so maybe it'll be in the middle better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, let me see. Okay. So what was the most intense Sasquatch encounters you guys have had?
Oh man, Darren encountered a dog man before, and I've walked up to a Sasquatch one time back when I was 18 years old, and throughout my whole life, my family we've all been seeing him, along the San Juan River because we come from Maima Valley and Halchita area. So we live in a huge drain system where it all goes into the river and goes down to the Grand Canyon. And my grandpa, my grandmother, my mom, my sister, so all of us, my mom, she was chased by a Bigfoot when she was escaping her life. She was kidnapped when she was running home at night, and she seen this long, lengthy shadow running after her. And she made it into the community, and all the dogs ran past her towards the Bigfoot. So I think he was making sure she got home. Then with my little sister, she was going to school one morning, and she seen this long, dark shadow running zigzags towards her. And when he was running on the road, she said his arm was almost touching the road, like it was running strangely, and it was very fast. And with my first encounter, it was red hair, and it almost took my cousin brother. And we ran after it, and it ran up a hill impossible for a human to climb on all fours and went up and over.
I believe it. I sent the email with a few pictures,
Okay.
other pictures too. Yeah, this one right here. If you look right directly straight ahead, it's like there's like I said, a red-haired mama Bigfoot in front and a little Bigfoot behind her. You're seeing what you can see here is the little Bigfoot behind on the right, the darker hair, and then to the left is the other one.
Huh.
Wow.
Yeah, again, you can definitely tell where the eyes and the nose are, for sure. Huh.
Yep. Okay. Let's see here. So we got this first picture right here. Pull it up right here. Man, some great pictures, man. Darren, we gotta bring some. We gotta take a camera, a camera out in the field, and just keep snapping. You know what I mean? Oh, look at this! Look at this guy right here.
The picture of the Bigfoot looking through the tent, I cut it down the middle and mirrored it, and to see what it possibly would look like as a whole face. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Oh shoot!
Yeah. And the thing is, the Bigfoots look very different from each other. They're not like just one cookie cutter type, just like us humans. We all have different sized noses, different shaped faces. Some Bigfoots have hairy faces. Some Bigfoots have not hairy faces, just like us. You know what I mean? So it's very random. People think that there's actually people out there who think there's only one Bigfoot that's cruising everywhere around in appearances,
This guy's Neanderthal looking, huh? Looks like he has a pork chop sideburns going down. Very retro. Very retro.
From the lip to the nose, it seems to always be that double finger.
Flat.
We have the one finger for humans, and then you got the two, for them.
Wow, that's some very good That's some good evidence right here. Proof. Make sure you don't do a good job on giving proofs because the government might make you disappear. Be careful. And like this one right here is the reason why I say that. Look at that.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I mirrored it down the middle, and you know what I mean. I just cut it down the middle of the image and then mirrored it to see what the whole face would look like.
Mm-hmm.
This was the same night.
Not a Bigfoot. Right? Yeah, that's the same night. All three of them were peeking through the roof at one point or another throughout in the night.
Yeah. Damn. So you've seen the dogman, the Bigfoot, and aliens all in one night, just peeking in on you guys.
Well, yeah. No dogman on this night, but the other camping night. This one's from 2017. The dogman is in 2023. But yeah, I've seen a bunch of crazy stuff, man. It's like I see so much crazy stuff that I think that's why the government don't care about me because they're like, he sees so much weird shit that we can just say he's crazy.
Who's gonna believe him? He's crazy already.
Yeah, he's a big old crazy Mexican. You know what I mean? They don't just say it's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. You can see him now, real good on the left, right there of the tree.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right here. Okay. Yeah.
You can see the cone head, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the white. It looks like a white necklace around his neck. Goes over his shoulder, but it's a whole thing that goes all the way down to his waist almost. Some kind of necklace.
Yeah, some
Well,
type
to me, it looks like a medicine man would wear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the good old days.
Yep.
Not these
Almost
days.
almost looks like that Napoleon Dynamite. Remember, he's all wrapped up in that thing, and he puts a crystal trying to time travel. Maybe something like that. Caught him in mid portal. Who knows? Wow, that's some good stuff right there. Oh man, look at that one.
Now you can see the whole thing that we were seeing earlier. You just saw the shoulder, but that's the whole body you can see now.
Wow.
This is after brightening it a lot. When you look at the actual original photo, that's just maybe 1/64th of the image, just little tiny area that I had to zoom in on, and brighten up, and that's what was there.
Yeah. From my end, when you sent me it, this is the one I was telling you. I was like, dude, that thing looks like it has his mouth open. Like, what the WTF? I was like, whoa, man. That's unsettling. Whoa. Darren, you got any questions?
Oh, no, man. I'm actually looking at it. It looks like you can even see the leg fold. The folds definitely in the arms and the legs,
Right.
Wow.
So what I recommend to all of us researchers out there that are in the field, that are trying to get pictures of Bigfoots, what I do, one of the things that I do is I'll go out and I'll look around. If you hear something, just point the camera in that direction, take some pictures. Even if you don't know what you're looking at, take one regular picture, zoom in a little, take another picture, zoom in a little more, take another picture. You don't know where you're looking, don't act like you know what you're looking at, because as soon as they know you see them, they're going to either go, duck or whatever, and you won't see them, or they'll activate their, predator status. But what I do is if I'm not hearing them and I go out looking for, some type of evidence, I look for dark spots in the forest. Or if you know your surroundings, like if you've been, to the, Arizona, upper Fruitland, Farmington area, unless you're in, the river on the edge, you're in the desert, and there's maybe juniper trees, you know what I mean, growing. So, what's an uncommon color that you're going to see out there that's, Bigfoot colored, and that's a darker brown or black. So what I do is I just start scouting and see if I see anything black or really dark, and I take pictures of that and zoom in, take pictures of that, and then when I get home, I can really zoom in, enhance, and a lot of times that's where they're at, because it's either that or it's going to be something that's burned at some point. But those are the only times you'll see blacks anything, in a forest or the desert. Excuse me.
Wow. That's a really good picture right there. All right, let's catch up with the viewers real quick here. Benzo says hee hee. BCAS says Jesus has filmed some crazy UFO stuff. I bet. Miss Blue, Beautiful Jess XO. She says no.
I said yes.
Squatch in Rama, New Mexico. We had a smell like that outside the house here years back. My granddaughter was visiting, and she's like 14 at the time. I always thought it was a young male Sasquatch. I made her come inside with us. Oh, probably might have been a female. That's what I'm thinking. Sasquatching Rama, New Mexico. Darren, where did you see the dog man? Was it out here?
No, not out there. It's outside of Farmington. And I did talk about the 2 Bigfoot that happened out there at Rama at Unit 5. So, it's out there. I definitely know something's out there too. So.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of things out there. Miss Jess XO, she says, from the pictures, Oh yeah, I think these are from the reaction from the pictures.
Right.
OMG, right there, big old tracks right here. She says crazy Jess XO says he has a bum nose.
Right.
Does looks like a Sky Monster pork chop Bigfoot pick. Oh
Mm.
man, yeah, that one was a gray, that's for sure.
Right.
Right here, it must be all connected somehow. Probably we gotta bring out the tinfoil hats, man. Bring out the tinfoil hats. See here, Jesus. What one experience have you had that you have not discussed? No one has heard of. No one has heard of.
I would say that would have to be related to my like abduction stuff.
Oh my gosh.
UFO, my UFO stuff. I've talked briefly about that, but not very often. People usually just ask me about Bigfoot stuff and that sort of thing, or UFO, seeing UFOs or ghosts. But I really haven't gone too deep into the visitations growing up that I've had. So like okay, like one, I'll name one. Okay, um, I at this point in my life, it was I'd say 1999, and I was getting visited a lot, a whole bunch, and I was living by myself in a trailer, and this was in El Paso, Texas, and I switched rooms because I was there. I was getting messed with so much in this one room. Every night, them coming in and standing in the corner, staring at me and stuff, and grabbing my ankles and pulling on stuff. Yeah, but yeah, I finally got freaked out enough to where I was like, "That's it. I'm sleeping in the other room." They'll never guess, right? So they guess, and I'm in this other room now, right, laying down, and I tell them, you know what? Okay, you can come take me, whatever. Not that I didn't do it anyway, but I guess I was just trying to make myself feel better. And yeah, I looked out the window because I heard something talk to me that wasn't really there. I'm guessing, but heard somebody talk to me, and I leaned over on the bed and opened up the blinds like this. It was nighttime to see what was out there, and there was a big black almond shaped eye looking back at me with the gray skin around it, and I screamed like a little 7-year-old girl, and didn't know I could scream like that either. That was pretty trippy in itself, and I instantly went like paralyzed, and I like fell on my arm because I had pushed myself up on my arm. I'm a big dude, and at the time I probably weighed close to probably 400 pounds. So as soon as that happened, I collapsed. I heard, the voice say, "Here we go again," like that, like because I said I wasn't going to be scared and all this stuff. But it's like, come on, dude, you peeking through a damn window, you didn't tell me you showed up already, And as soon as I fell down on my arm like this, face down, I felt little hands grab my ankles and start pulling me off the bed, and I knew this was real because my arm was going like this as they were pulling me off, and it was like, oh god, oh god, oh god. And then I blacked out and was missing for 3 days. And yeah, when I came back, I thought it was the next morning, and I was like, man, that was a trip. I must be tripping. What a dream. And called up my cousin because every Sunday we would go meet up and enjoy a bowl of Wheaties and go to the dollar movies all day long. Watching movies all day long, and I called him up. I was like, "Hey, cousin, let's go to the movies, woohoo!" Right? And he was like, "Where the hell have you been? What are you doing?" I go, "Dude, stop being stupid, man. It's just go to the movies, man. Come over, we'll cheap and go. Come on, we'll just roll, dog, And he was like, "Stay stupid. It's Wednesday now." He was like, "Where have you been? We went by. We were looking for you. Your car was there. Your keys were there. Your inhaler was there. Everything was there, but you, man." And that's when I was like, well, that's not good. But yeah, I've never told anybody that. Yeah.
Well,
there you go.
So how long you been? Were you gone? Like few days? You say or?
Yeah, that time it was from Saturday night until Wednesday morning.
What the heck? Oh,
And who knows all the other times it's happened to me because I live by myself. And yeah, usually people didn't check on me. I had just moved back to El Paso and reconnected with my cousin. So yeah, it wasn't until then did anybody ever like check on me because he came over to go to the movies and he had a key because I had messed up my calf. And no, I had broke my tailbone. Yeah, I had broke my tailbone. I fell down his stairs. So I wasn't, he'd come and check on me and stuff just in case, I'd make sure I hadn't fallen down or something. So yeah, he had a key to the house, so he was able to come in and look around, and I wasn't there.
Whoa.
oh man.
So
There's oh go ahead there. Sorry.
do you have any marks from that, or do you have
Just emotional.
just,
I don't know. It's hard to say, dude. I'm covered in marks and bullet hole scars and car crash, crushed leg scars and scars
Hickeys.
over my head from fighting, and so it's like,
no shit?
you know what I mean?
You gotta feel a lump. That's new. Wait, no, that's from the 80s.
Right. The one thing that I attribute to, I guess, the scar towards those visits was one night. This was now 2 years later, maybe a year and a half later. My folks had moved back into town, and I was staying with them. And one night, my mom got up for a glass of water and was walking to the kitchen, and she saw a bright blue light coming out from under my door. And she knocked on my door and she said, "Hey, is everything all right in there?" And she said that I said, "Everything's okay. Go to bed." And she just shrugged her shoulders, went and got some water, and went to bed. The next morning, when we got up, on my right thigh there was about a let's say dime-sized piece of skin missing, like a layer of skin missing, with a perfectly smooth scab on it. Like it was instantly dry, not like a regular scab, all bumpy and ugly. And I go to the kitchen and my mom goes, "Hey, where'd you get that like that disco light?" And I was like, "What disco light?" She was like, "I got up last night to get some water and you had that blue light, coming out from under your door." She goes, "Remember I knocked on the door?" And I was like, "No. What you talking about with it?" You know what I mean? And yeah, so that was the one time that I can remember like an actual mark being left. But I have no memory of that night. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah.
So tell me, are you the only one in your family that has visitations like this? Like your mom's side, father's side?
Both sides, but I wouldn't say, I don't know, like I can't say that they're not as involved, but I think it was more for them. They attributed those things to demons and ghosts more. They were went into the alien thing. Like my grandma on my dad's side, she would talk about how, because I asked her, I was like, "Hey, grandma, how did you become a super Christian? What was it that made you the way you are today?" And she told me that at nighttime, more than once, she would wake up and demons would show up, and they were darker than the dark. They're just super black. And they would come to take her away. And she would try to wake up my grandpa, and she said it was like he was dead. No matter how much she tried to yell, scream, or move to shake him, nothing. And she said, so I would pray to Jesus, and I asked Jesus to make them go away. She goes, and like that, they were gone, and it was morning, and I'd wake up, and I was safe. Jesus. So that's why she, I guess it happened so many times that, yeah, she became very, very religious because of it. So there's all kinds of, because before that, she was doing, the traditional, ways of our people, and yeah, so it's pretty well. It's happened on both sides, and I try not to talk about what they've gone through, just because until they want to do it themselves. I'll just say things have happened. They have seen some things, but not quite as often as I do. Like I really get followed.
What about possessions? Have that? Because I know like when people experience this and use Jesus' name during like shadow people abductions, that usually carries on to the normal. Like when they're going into church, they would either get possessed or somebody they know would get possessed. Like I was wondering if you have any stories like that.
The first possession story that I know of is my best friend Ryan, long time ago when I was in junior high. Him and his sister were doing the Ouija board. And,
Oh,
yeah, and his sister, Shannon, she was the older sister. She got possessed, and she grabbed my friend Ryan. I'm not even playing, and she picked him up and started slamming him on the ceiling, wham, 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 and broke his arms. And so that was the first possession thing I ever had experience. And then later in life, I became a pastor and started doing blessings. And in a past life, I was a holy man. But yeah, so now I would go and bless homes and try to get the evil out of them houses, at least out the door. I can't like Superman or Jesus to be like, bam, you're gone. You know what I mean? But yeah, I've dealt with a lot of people that are unfortunately have some demonic situations attached to them. And
oh
it's not always the exorcist puking everywhere, head spinning and stuff, but it's close. There's been some really scary crap that I've dealt with. I've dealt with demons and I've been attacked by them, and yeah, I got dragged across, I'd say like 15 feet of floor.
oh man.
Being over 300 pounds, I got dragged across the whole floor. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh-wee.
Yeah. That was crazy. I got another picture. I'll send on our next interview. I'll send you all the ghost stuff that I have a
Oh.
picture of what looks like a dead person's head passing through the floor. So you see this much of the face coming out of the
Oh
floor
snap.
with a rotten nose. It's gone right there.
Yeah.
And then on the couch, you'll see looks like a bony hand throwing up a peace sign with some stringy hair, behind it. After it yanked me across the room, and I got up, I grabbed my tablet and was like, leaving. And yeah, I didn't know I snapped a picture with my tablet walking out. You know what I mean? So like it's like it made the picture happen because it knew to pose apparently and just kind of and peek out the floor. Hey, you know what I mean? But, yeah, it's
Wow.
Oh yeah.
wild stuff, man. Wild stuff.
So what's your idea of the aliens and the demonic? Or do you think they're the same? Because you would talk to someone like 200 years ago. They would say like lights in the sky. I'm more than sure they would say like
Very
you're
light.
holy people, instead of the word or angels, instead
Yeah.
of them using the word UFOs we have now. Like what's your idea on that too? Since
Well,
since your grandmother was talking about, you were talking about aliens, that she was talking about demons, So
well, from my research into our family, we're Kichimaya and Tarahumara Indians, and the Maya. If I don't know if you've seen out there, the more and more that they are digging up, the more and more things we're finding with grays in the depictions with them. So we've been dealing with them and apparently working with them for thousands of years now. And this is like kind of like for people that like, I don't believe in God, right? Then I'll ask them, well, do you believe in demons? Well, of course.
Yeah.
Do you know what a demon is? Do you know where they come from? If you believe in demons, that means that God's real of some sort. We all call them different things, grandfather, the creator, is out there. Someone is out there that made all this. And
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, like you said, hundreds of years ago, like in the medieval times, they called UFOs fairy lights. They called the aliens succubuses, incubuses. They described the visitations from the incubuses that they would come, they would take you, they would poke you with metal rods and torture you, and they would get you pregnant and then steal your baby, after 3 months of pregnancy and switch it out with a changeling. But now today we have alien abductions where they come in and they pick you up and they take you to their lair and they poke you with needles and do medical experiments. Then they get you pregnant. And after 3 months of pregnancy, they show up and take the baby away. And now you're no longer pregnant. it goes on and on throughout history, the same thing over and over, and it all has led me back to all our ancient histories are the what's true, not what they're trying to push. I trust our ancestors way more than any doctorate today. And I know that's like, oh, you don't believe in doctors? Oh no, they got letters after their name. I get it. You know what I'm saying? They went to school for a long time. They're very, very smart, intelligent people, yes. But you can't discount thousands of years of history. It's not mythology. Um, that's our history. We call it history. It's not just a legend, you know what I mean? So to me, the long story short is we were created. Bigfoots were created first. We were created second because the Bigfoots were too unruly and they made us later. Bigfoots and other creatures got jealous. There was a great flood. The angels, when they fell, half of them, went evil. The other half stayed, with God. And they didn't change what they look like on their face. So it's very confusing when we see UFOs or grays and aliens because we don't know which side they're on. It's just like you can't tell what political party somebody's from unless they're wearing that red hat. You know what I mean? So it doesn't mean it changes their cars. But yeah, I think that the whole alien phenomena is all tied together with ancient history. They're angels and demons. Some are evil, some are good. It's hard to differentiate with how little they do let us know.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. That's what a lot of different tribes we say the same thing over and over, but a little bit different ways. This tribe might have the same thing, but it's told in a different way. You know what I mean? So we all we all experience the same thing at one point in time. And we got a question here from Jenny. Do you think your abductions are connected to your genetics? Like, hey, want to test your blood? I think they probably took your semen. You probably have some space babies up there.
I owe plenty of child support in space, I'm sure. Yeah, I do think that it's the blood type related. There's my blood types is type O negative. If you look up on the internet, of course, there's no official scientific data available on proving this is real, but it just so happens a lot of people that have type O blood negative experience all kinds of weird crap and abductions and see UFOs and ghosts and psychic abilities. So I think that does have something to do with it because we're missing the rhesus monkey hemoglobin, which is the RH and the RH factor. So science is kind of hard for science to explain that because that's supposed to be part of our evolution type deal. So that kind of messes with that whole thing. But I think it has a huge part of having to do with our genetic relations of who we come from and what bloodlines we've come from specifically. An example I always give is I think that the Bigfoots and other creatures and spirits out there, they can see who they can recognize our DNA. They can see our glow or something. It's like your light bulb glowing in a dark room. All the moths and bats and everything in the dark can see you bright, and they're like, "Ooh, let's go visit that." So I think that the blood type has a huge thing to do with it, and it reminds me of that old rhyme, nursery rhyme, I guess, or no, part of that story, Jack and the Beanstalk, where the giant goes fee fi fo fum. Smell the blood of an Englishman. So they can actually smell your blood and DNA. And I think that's why a huge part of why all these weird anomalies are always reaching out to me, because just like if you start hunting ghosts and they realize that you can interact with them, they tell all their ghost homies and they're all, that's him. Let's go tell him. Hey, we got to tell him something. Hopefully you can tell somebody what we're saying. Yeah, your mama. It's. I think that's what's going on with it. And a lot of us don't dive deep enough into it or don't know where to go from when we start experiencing
stuff. Yeah. Type O's very, very ancient. It's like one of the very first human beings. It's it's just adapted to this world, and that's what everyone asks. Like, do you think because you're Native American, these creatures reveal themselves to you? From the Goatman, Centaur, Bigfoot, the mystical little beings. And I'm like, I have no idea, but that's a good question. And you saying that only backs that up. And I think it's really in the blood. Like they find out that a lot of people with German heritage get abducted as well. Then people with Native American heritage, Sasquatch reveals themselves to them a lot. So, right here, real quick here, let's see here. Miriam090 says thank you, and Rick Kawas says yikes. Heidi Gold, gratitude, Don Darren, and Jesus.
Thank you.
She says ancestral knowledge, 100%. Crazy Coyote, type O. No wonder why encounter things. I see and encounter things. And Sally Forth Alone, I am RH negative A negative. My mom, dad is O negative. What? That's weird. BCast33, I have some experiences of waking up to sleep paralysis of me or my little boys being touched by little beings along out. Besides, I hate it. Oh, that sounds.
They should cancel those beings for touching little boys. What the heck?
Oh no, right? For real. Smack. Right here is stoked. I woke up in the middle of the night. Felt immense fear. Couldn't move. Saw a dark shadow. Prayed and nothing. I tried praying to my ancestors, and it was, and right, and it was sucked up. Wow, that is pretty cool. And then he comes back. Also, remember it happened as a kid. Imagined an axe and chopped it up. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, when you're small, your prayers are very strong. We're running very low on time here, gentlemen. Mr. Wait, Darren, do you have any final questions for Mr. Jesus?
Oh no, it's it's thank you. Thank you for jumping on the show and all that. It's good. It's a good way to end this year for sure. Having a celebrity, and I didn't think you had all that. Yeah, I was like, holy shit, like this guy got everything right now. But pictures and I can't wait to have you on about the ghosts. Ghosts and UFOs.
Let me know. We can do multiple. I'm down.
Yep. September when we meet up with that at that festival, they want us to do a live podcast.
Nice.
So maybe we'll have you and a few more people, and we'll just have like a powwow on that date for sure. Cannot wait to brush shoulders with you, and maybe even maybe a little peace pipe. Yeah. Make it official. Hey, welcome Peace Pipe on the Navajo Nation. No, just kidding.
Safety meeting.
Oh man. So so from this point on, are you like really dedicated in investigating all these cryptids and all these strange paranormal events?
Well, I don't have to try hard. I'll say that. I'm not trying to be like all braggy or nothing, but I don't spend all my time, pursuing it, and because there's so much that I'm doing, you know what I mean, in life right now. But I do make sure that I do go out. Like we just went 3 days ago. I took the in-laws. I took them out Bigfoot hunting just 3 days ago, and we found teepees and everything. The structures. And got lots of cool pictures of that. Hold on, let me see if I can. I know I have those pictures right here. Okay, so let me see if I can just show you through my phone. Okay, hold on. It's a good one. It's you can tell what it is. It's not me just saying, oh, there's 3 sticks stuck together. This is
it's always nice finding structures. The best ones I found, they're all woven together within the tree. So it's all like sewed together. So like I really get excited when I find them too.
Here we go. All right.
Oh yeah, that is one right there. That is a good one right there. Huh. Wow. In the summertime, it's covered in trees like bushes, so you can't see it at all until they take the stuff down. They leave the skeleton. So that's why I try to explain to people like they built that's just the frame, and then they take the bushes and sticks and whatever on to the next place, and they leave the frame there most of the time.
Yep, there's even little ones. That's why I try to tell people, don't just look for giant Bigfoot stuff. And a lot of people, they'll be like, oh, that's a deer broke that branch because that's deer height. It's like, hey, man, Bigfoots aren't born 10 feet tall. They're born little, and they grow, and the way they learn is by copying their parents, right? So right across the dirt road down the way from that big one was this itty-bitty one.
Huh.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
that's maybe a foot tall. You
He's
know?
all practicing. Yeah, he's all
Yeah.
practicing.
Yep.
Yeah, just like how we are. we always made our own chow Hogan, Sweat
Yeah.
Lodge, practicing. That's really good. Thank you,
Mhm.
Jesus. Thank you for your
Thank you for
time.
having me.
Thank you for the wife and the family for allowing you to hang out with us. We appreciate
Appreciate
them and all that you do. Darren, any last things you want to
Well,
say?
Well, it's the end of the financial year, and everybody, it's not over yet. We still got a whole life ahead of us, and thank you for joining us on this the podcast. Don't Whistle at Night. We got our special guest right here to cap off the year. It's been a good year, and thank you for everything, for sure. Thank you for
Yeah.
Thank
giving
you
us this opportunity.
for
Right
having
here.
me. Appreciate you. And everybody
Hell
out
yeah.
there watching, thank you for watching and like and subscribe.
Oh yeah, for sure. Don't forget he has a channel too. Can you let everyone know where to find you?
Breaking Bigfoot.
Okay.
All you
yeah,
gotta do is search for Breaking Bigfoot on YouTube and I'll pop up.
Oh yeah.
I have
Definitely.
like I don't know 90 videos on there already of my adventures. We'll just say there's plenty to watch and catch up.
Oh
Definitely. We're gonna check that out for sure.
Yeah.
Let's read the last ones off, and then we'll close out the show. The last comments for the guests here. Let's see here. Right here. Phoenix 6106. Watch Jesus on a flash of beauty. Thank you for having him here. Great interview. Oh, thank you, Phoenix. Sasquatching Rama, New Mexico. This is a great interview. Thank you,
yeah.
Jenny. Thank you. Sally Fourth Alone. Fantastic show, guys. Thank you, Sally.
Thank you.
Lucifer Jess XO. Great show. We got Alien, Ghost, Monkey, 100% emoji.
Documenting all that stuff.
Oh, yeah. The Jonah Yeja. Can't wait for part 2. Have a great night. Double D's and Jesus.
Yep. Thank you.
Sasquatching Rama, New Mexico. I'll have the dates by next week for the Gallup Sasquatch FF. We have a film committee next week. Oh yeah. More good news right there.
Nice.
Carla Washington 3069. Jesus can tell you a story after a story. For real. We're just missing the fire and some good food.
Yep.
Miriam 09.
I only said this much.
Oh yeah, for sure. 090. Good night. Happy New Year, y'all. Thank you,
Yep.
Miriam.
Happy New
Heidi
Year.
Gold. Oh yeah. Heidi Gold. Good night and much love all. Thank you, Heidi.
Thank you.
Sally Fourth, I have subscribed. Thank you,
Thank you.
Sally. Heidi Gold, consider me subbed.
Now I have prosperous lives.
Oh yeah. BCast, thanks, Jesus. It was nice to catch up. Can't wait for part 2. Oh yeah,
Yep.
for real.
Likewise.
Mhm. Crazy Coyote, see you next year. Tyson Lolito, let's hit the hills, bros. Oh yeah,
for real.
we got Tyson Jesus. We got to check his area out there.
All right.
Gallup, near Gallup. Yep.
Nice.
All righty, guys, and that's about it, man.
Yep.
Thank you again, Jesus. Darren, great job.
Thank you, guys.
See you guys again, and we'll plan for part 2 as well.
Sounds good.
Nice.
All right, guys. You guys have a great one.
Yep.
Peace.
Likewise, you guys have a good one.
All right.
Happy New Year.
All right. Thank you for tuning in to Don't Whistle at Night. We have been broadcasting live here on the United Public Radio Network, 107.7 FM in New Orleans. You guys have a great night and don't whistle at night. See ya.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Hang on, guys. I got to find the intro here. All right. Here we go. Okay.
Welcome to Don't Whistle at Night podcast, where Navajo legends echo in the shadows. Darren and Dawn will guide you through the sacred fire of native storytelling, where the old stories breathe, the unknown walks among us, and voices, long hidden, rise to be heard. And remember, don't whistle at night.